Hey all, and welcome back to yet another Tech Tidbit. I am Kieren, the Connectivity Solutions Developer with Umango, and today we're going to be talking about an exciting new feature in Umango 25, which is import connectors. So stick around, we're going to take a quick look at what they are and how they work.
It's the Tech Tidbit in Umango.
All right, now let's just set the scene before we begin, okay? I'm currently using Dropbox for all my document management needs. I've got some files and folders nested in here, which currently it looks like a little bit of a mess, all right? However, I want to migrate everything over from Dropbox into another document management system. So we're going to opt for DocuShare. If I head to DocuShare, you can see here that in my personal collection, there is absolutely nothing, all right? What I'm wanting to do is replicate my folder structure from Dropbox in DocuShare. So if we head back into Umango, we go to Jobs, and I have a job configured here. So if I hit Sources, this is where the fun begins, okay? We now have access to a number of different import connectors. We can watch network folders, we can watch an email inbox, we can watch folders on an email, we can watch document management systems, and the list will continue to grow. So we're opting for Dropbox, okay? I'm just gonna test my connection. Looks good. Head over to the Settings tab. We can start configuring our connector. So the folder that I'm wanting to watch was our Umango folder in Dropbox. Now let's just make sure we're seeing that nested structure as we were before. Lovely. So we want to grab all these folders and all the files within those folders. So we're going to hit Umango. We're going to make sure that we're searching all the descendants of the watch folder, okay? We can hone in on one folder at a time, or we can hone in on a folder and all of its subfolders. So we want all the subfolders in this case, and we can tell Umango, hey, we want you to check this folder every however many minutes. We're going to go for 1 minute, all right? Not a typical use case, but for all intents and purposes, this will work. Post-processing. So once we've grabbed or we've processed a file from Dropbox, we can do things with it inside of Dropbox, okay? Do we just want to leave those files and folders alone where they are? Do we want to move some files around within Dropbox once we have processed them? For us at the moment, we don't want to do anything too rash, okay? So we're just going to leave this screen as it is, and we're going to save that off. Now on the export side, what I'm wanting to do is, like I said, we want to recreate that structure in DocuShare. So again, I'm just going to test the connection. All right, we're going to look at our destination tab here, and I've got a merged folder path, as you can see here. So I'm aiming for my personal collection, okay? We're going to create a folder called Migration folder, which is going to hold our Dropbox structure. And then for each item that comes out of Dropbox, there'll be a folder path attached to that item. So this is now where our import connectors have different pieces of metadata that you can use. So if I look at my Dropbox source.data here, I'm trying to grab the folder path from Dropbox. Okay, if we head over to our document, we're just going to name this the document title that comes from Dropbox as well. All right, and we're just going to save that off. Now, I also want to email myself and let myself know when a file has been successfully processed and sent over to DocuShare. So if I go to my email merge connector, okay, you can see here the configuration, not very important here, but in our email body, hey Kieren, don't mind me, just utilizing Umango to migrate my files from Dropbox into DocuShare. You can see here we've got the file name, which we're grabbing from our Dropbox import connector, and the folder path as well, okay? Nice and simple, let's save that off. Okay, so now import connectors don't end there, all right? Now, whilst we can watch a document management system and watch folders within that, we can also watch an email account, and we can watch an inbox or a folder on that account. So I'm gonna head over to a second job now, okay? And we can start to see the power of nesting import and export connectors and some of the ways we can configure different workflows now in Umango. So if I head over to sources, I've got my IMAP connector here configured. All right, we're going to test again. Make sure we get that green tick of approval. Settings, very similar layout here, okay? Again, we're going to set the scene. I'm going to head over to my email, and I've got this folder here called From Umango, which is filtering emails that come through based on an email address. So in this instance, it'll be my work email address. Okay, this is where I want those emails to end up, and this is the folder that I'll be watching inside of Umango. All right, so we want our from Umango folder. We're watching that. Again, we're going to check this folder every minute, and we're going to just uncheck this here, move over to our post-processing. So every time an email is processed now, I want to move it out of that folder into a different folder. So what I've opted for here is move emails to a folder. Okay. Again, we can see that folder structure in Gmail. All right. And we want to get things into processed. We're going to put a selection filter on files that are PDF files. Okay. So only PDF files will be grabbed from the emails that we get. So let's just save that off. Okay. And we're going to hit job services, and this is where the magic begins. Okay, so before we hit start job services, we're just going to do a quick recap of what we're looking at. All right, we're wanting to migrate our folder structure from Dropbox over into DocuShare. We're then wanting to send ourselves an email saying that, hey, this happened. All right, here's the file name and here's the folder path in DocuShare. This email is going to end up in this from Umango folder. Okay, and we have a second job, which is watching this folder. It's going to grab those emails. It's going to take the attachments as well. Okay, and it's going to save them to our local drive with some metadata that comes from the email as well. Okay, so if we head into here, we hit start job services, everything should start to come to life. All right, let's have a quick look. So if I refresh, you can see here that Umango is watching, all right, our Dropbox folder. We can see here that the Dropbox to email job has come to life. And a bunch of different files are coming through now. Okay, now if we head over into DocuShare and refresh, we should see our migration folder. It's a beautiful thing. And within this migration folder, we should have the exact folder structure that came from Dropbox, with all those files from Dropbox as well. It's all here. It all looks good. Now we should also be receiving some emails from myself. Okay, so you can see here in the from Umango folder, I've got a bunch of different emails. Let's click on one. Hey Kieren, don't mind me, just utilizing Umango to migrate my files from Dropbox into DocuShare. Here's the file name. Here's the folder path. Here's the file that has been attached to the email. Okay, now our second job is watching this folder. It's saving off this data to our local drive, and then it is moving the processed emails into our processed folder. So you can see here, those emails are coming through there. And if I head over to my local drive, we've got processed emails, and you can see in here, all those emails are coming through the files and that text file with the metadata that we had attached. So if I double click here, you can see here, we've got the email sender address, we've got the sender's name, the date and time the email was sent, and the subject of the email. And there you have it. So fairly hands-off once we configured those jobs, okay? And that's the beauty of import connectors. They work quietly in the background, handling everything from migrations to folder monitoring, metadata extraction, and seamless integration with platforms like SharePoint, OneDrive, DocuShare. The list continues to grow, okay? Now, import connectors aren't just powerful, they're smart, automating workflows, and they let you focus on what really matters while they do all the heavy lifting for you, whether it is rebuilding folder structures, nesting different processes, or keeping an eye on email inboxes. They adapt to your business needs and they just work. So thank you for joining me today. Now, if you're as excited about import connectors and Umango 25 as I am, please make sure you hit like on the video, leave a comment if you had any questions or insights, and be sure to keep an eye out for future videos, which will go a little bit more in depth with some new features coming out in Umango 25. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.